Yeah, we can get up like during it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We can make the rules up.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
My mom says no, we can't get up. Yeah. Welcome back to the Open Mic Podcast. Back with a new episode because, like I said before, we can't do reruns. I don't know. I feel like that's lazy. Don't put it on if you're going to show the same thing. Anyways, with me as always, Jason.
Yeah, it's me. And I had a question. Is there reruns in podcasts?
No, you just watch it again.
Oh, okay.
Also, we don't air it like at 7 p.m. on TNT.
Gotcha.
But I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And this week we have special guest, my very funny friend, Kirsty Hayden.
Hey,
Yeah.
Already sounds like she does not want to be here. And I don't blame her. No.
Everyone says that.
You might be the first person to cancel after already being here, right?
The first person to what? Yeah. Well, we don't talk about the ones.
I just
did.
don't want to seem too eager.
Yeah, that's my problem, especially in dating with because like when I like a girl, I'll tell them straight up like, "Hey, I like you." I'm just like flat out honest, and they're like, "Oh, that's weird. Are you trying to marry me?" I'm like, "Fuck no, bitch. I just like you. Shit, calm down. You're not a bitch. I didn't mean that. I'm kidding."
Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, but then when they do that to me, I'm like, "Ew, this bitch. What's wrong with her? Get away from me. You fucking call me all the time. What do you like me or something?" Oh yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. Anyways, how long have you been doing stand up, Kirsty?
Just over 3 years now, I guess. It's kind of wonky because like the pandemic and then I don't know,
Yeah,
but just over 3 years.
Like we were talking about outside, I'm not a big fan of like the Zoom shows, and I won't knock the people that do it. I just
get your hustle on, whatever.
Yeah, get your hustle on because no one else books you. But whatever, it's fine. I don't know. I only got asked to do a couple, and like even the one that paid was like 20 or 25, and I was like, I don't need some of the shows I do in person. I don't want to do. I don't want to do this. I want to stand in my living room or bedroom and tell my jokes and just stand there and wait for someone to do a rim shot.
Yeah.
I have company here watching me do this shit.
Yeah. My thought towards it was just like, if this is what stand-up is now, then I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think I'll be a karaoke DJ or something.
Yeah, I just started I started my podcast during the pandemic too, because I was like, I can do that. That's kind of the same.
Literally anyone can do it. So.
Yeah.
Your podcast sounds good too. Tell everybody what's the name of your podcast and where can they find it. Let's plug it now and we'll plug it again at the end because they don't listen by then anyways.
Yeah. My podcast is called The Third Child Podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Podcast Addict.
Pretty much all the places you can.
Yeah.
Do you use like like I use Buzzsprout? I forget what it's called. And there's like Shout Engine. What are they called? That create your RSS feed.
Like those. I don't know either now.
I check it like every single day to see how low my numbers are getting, and I still don't know what it's called.
I know. I have mine too. No one listens to mine.
There's so much options out there of listening to podcasts.
There is, and doesn't it feel like you could put all this effort into it and doing all these things, and it still looks like you didn't do shit? And like I'll buy lights. I'll spend hours like editing 1 minute clips and putting them out to get 4 likes, and then some fucking dummy that sees me at a show like shares it to his mom and whoever else that likes Trump in their family, and I'm like, that's I'm like, I work so hard, and then I've said this a million times on here. Then you see someone post like, "There's a hair on my hot dog," and people are like, "Oh my god, you're hilarious!"
Oh right,
8,000 shares, 40 million
Twitter.
comments. Yeah, and I'm like, I spent hours on this video and it looks right? It looks good.
No, it looks really legit in here. My setup is in my living room. I don't have a light. I just have like nothing really.
You should look at one of these ring lights. They're actually not that expensive.
Yeah, Walmart.
And it comes with a tripod too, so you can put your camera on it. It makes a big world of difference.
It really does.
Yeah, it looks legit.
These things you can switch the colors. They're like $40 for a pair. And you guys too, if you want advice on what to use for your podcast, fucking Google it, pal. But and like you work at one of the comedy clubs, and I don't want to dox you and say which one that you work at and improv your answers at, but. You've gotten to do some cool shows there, right? Like I know, just the ones I know off the top of my head. You just opened for Andrew Santino, Cheeto Santino, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Why that face?
Oh, I try to not be too excited about. I'm just like I try to be cool. I'm just trying to be cool.
Yeah, it's a weird balance.
I'm just like, like no big deal.
Yeah. Speaking of, like, when I was there with Paul Verzi, the owner of the Improv, came to one of the shows, and like literally 5 minutes before the show starts, and I was featuring, so at least I didn't have to go up right away. I had like 10 minutes before, but he's just some dude in cargo shorts. He's like, "Hey man, I'm so and so." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And he's like, yeah, I'm the owner. I was like, oh, no pressure, right? Thanks.
Oh, shit.
But actually, it was like the best show of the weekend that I had. Best show I had in a long time. And he was there. But yeah, it was just that pressure. Because I'm already there with Paul Verzi, and it's the second time he's let me work with him. And I'm like, don't fuck up. Just be cool. Just don't say anything about anything. Just shut the fuck up and sit here.
Yeah.
And I still fuck it up. But
Did he call you since?
I've talked to him since. Yeah. And
Paul Verzi?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're friends with him.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say friends, but I'm definitely trying to weasel onto more shows that he's on. I'm like, hey, I haven't worked there, dude. I'll be there. I'm actually in town. He's like, oh, what are you in town for? I'm like, oh, I'm coming hoping you let me on the show. I was like, I'm planning a trip for that.
Dependable.
I think it's smart because he's really funny. I met
Super
him.
cool.
I met him
Super nice
last
guy.
time he was here. I didn't get to work that weekend because, I had requested off one of the days, and then. I wanted one of the days off, and they gave me Friday off, but I actually wanted Saturday off, so I ended up getting someone to just cover my Saturday, so then I didn't work either of them.
Yeah. He's super cool, super funny. Fucking bunch of badass shows that weekend. I don't even know if you weren't there this time, right?
I didn't get to be there.
But like, I know you've worked with Steve Byrne. I remember that one because I got to do Saturday because you couldn't be there Saturday. I was like, fuck yeah. And it was my birthday, so it's perfect.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we got drunk as shit.
He's a partier. I got very drunk with him the night that I was opening for him.
He took over. It was my birthday, so he was singing me songs at Dueling Pete's next door.
He does that.
Dueling Pianos.
He got up there and was singing?
Oh, yeah. He got up there. He sang me happy birthday. And he pretty much took over the piano bar and was up there singing. Like,
he does that, yeah.
It was fun. I can't remember. Who else have you gotten to work with at the Improv there? You've had some pretty cool ones, right? Like, were there Wayne's brother or...
Yeah, Marlon Wayne's. That's kind of a cool story because he came and performed there, and at the end of the night, I took a picture with him because everyone was taking pictures, and I posted it on Instagram, and he looked at my Instagram, like I tagged him in it, and so he looked at my page, and then he sent me a DM, and he was like, "You should have told me you did comedy. I would have let you do some time," and I was like, "Oh, maybe next time." So then, like 2 years later, he came back and. I sent him a DM because I was like,
you
maybe
already have the stream.
See what happens.
Yeah.
And
remember you said this last time. It's right here.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, I see you're coming back. It'll be cool to see you again. And he was like, hell yeah. And then he gave me a guest spot. So that was nice of him because it's Marlon Wayne. Like, I didn't think he would remember me.
Yeah.
But that was just a guest spot. I didn't get to host or get paid. But
still, it's a spot on a show with Wayne's brother. I mean, I've been watching him since I was a kid, and I'm old as shit.
Yeah, white chicks.
Yeah. I was already old enough to do stupid shit when White Chicks. I was like fucking 17 when that came out.
Really?
Requiem for a Dream.
I know. I forgot he's in that movie. Yeah. I remember watching that movie and being
because you get to see his naked butt.
Yeah, but it's shocked me how serious that he was in that movie because he's always a clown. You know,
he was also in was it Dungeons and Dragons?
I haven't seen that.
He was in Dungeons and Dragons. It's a movie where he tried to make the transition from being funny into a serious actor, and that was one of his first movies, and it was a little bit of a flop movie. But he was in that.
He was good in Requiem. I could see him as a serious character. I'd like to see him like he's either as like a bad guy or like in one of those crazy movies where it's like psychological kind of thriller.
Yeah, as everybody gets
really
older, I think
that.
everybody can always play a maniacal kind of a bad guy. I think everyone in general can play a bad guy at a certain stage. Maybe where you're at,
that's
right
like
now,
my
younger
dream.
you can't, but now as you get older,
that's
wear
what I
and
want.
tear, you're a little more bitter, you know.
Been fucked by the industry enough where you're like, all right, let's get to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my dream though. I want to be a villain. I want to play the bad guy. I don't want to play the fucking superhero. Like, stay in school, kids. That sounds dumb.
Have everyone hate you and he's the bad guy and they love to hate you, and then everyone who actually knows you, they're like, he's the fucking sweetest guy possible. Like, we fucking love him.
Hey, I brought you a puppy and some flowers. How are you doing?
He'll always come help, and he's such a villain.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. You got any questions for us, Jason?
I have some. So I have a thought here first. So, and it became a would you rather. So, would you rather? I don't imagine either one of you are parents. Possibly, are you a parent?
Well,
I'm not a parent.
You're not a parent.
You've known me 20 years.
You're not a parent that you know
Actually,
of.
my kids have been hiding from me. They're scared.
Okay. So let's just imagine you guys were parents. So would you rather have your kid aspire to be a SoundCloud rapper or a thought?
Boy or girl, or I mean, either way.
I didn't want to specify
SoundCloud rapper.
Way.
Either way,
political.
SoundCloud. Yeah. I've had a dope ass daughter that was rapping on SoundCloud. Like, I would definitely rob a gas station to get her a new mixing board.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think SoundCloud rapper because I mean, let's face it, some of them, they got fans.
That's like.
I mean,
a path.
thoughts
That's
have
a
fans
direction,
too,
right?
but I just don't want her to,
I mean, thoughts get into like some high end places.
I don't think any parents I want my daughter to be a hoe. Like,
unless her mama was a hoe. And her mama's mama was.
I'd be like, I went through a phase, but you got to grow out of it.
I'm currently just starting my hoe phase.
Nice.
But I feel like
as you're coming out of your SoundCloud rapper phase.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
I feel like most SoundCloud rappers are thoughts too. So same thing. What's the difference?
To the industry or something. Yeah.
They get into music so they can be hoes. That's why I want to be a musician.
How about this? Would you rather add an inch or remove an inch to your neck?
What?
I think I'd add an inch so I could have at least 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
For your neck?
I don't have.
You want to get a little more height? On the stretch?
Yeah.
Still, I think having a longer neck is better than having, a short neck.
You're like Nicky No Neck or something. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Now I'm going to sit like this for the rest of the episode.
You want to just like eat?
Yeah, now that's a thing I'm going to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Stupid neck. It holds me back. I got that fucking promotion.
Stretch it on out.
Fucking stub neck. I'm like a fucking sawed-off shotgun about to pop.
That's such a random question.
I don't. Yeah.
Add an inch to your neck.
I'm glad he said neck.
I know. I was like, where are you going to end?
Yeah, Kirsty, you want to add an inch to your dick? No, it's too big already.
How about this? Would
That's
you rather
my
have
impression of you?
Would you rather have an orgasm every time you heard All Star by Smash Mouth, or would you rather every time you had an orgasm, the song Smash Mouth All Star from Smash Mouth played?
Either way, that's one sexy time.
Definitely have one every time I hear it because.
Few and far
no,
between?
I would rather it after because I don't think I want to have that song on in the background during an orgasm.
Well,
yeah.
I would much rather it start after when our serotonin levels have already dropped.
Yes.
That's when mine are at their peak. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because then I realize I actually do have nothing to live for, and that excites me.
And you're an all-star. Here's some positive motivation.
I feel like Jason wrote this with an ulterior motive because let's be honest. Who do I look like the most?
Aaron Lewis.
Oh,
No.
right.
Thank
How?
you, but no. Yeah, I get the Smash Mouth thing all the time.
I think it's
And
just
people
'cause
will
your
just
hair.
pull up on their phone, and I'm like, do it, pull it, play it.
The first 10 years
yeah,
of me
dude.
knowing you, it was Aaron Lewis.
Yeah, 'cause
everybody
I-
said Fat Aaron Lewis. That was
Yeah,
that was.
you
What it
didn't
was.
have to say the fat
Okay,
part,
sorry.
but thank you. I had my head my hair shaved like a 1 all over, like a 0, just like so short. Yeah, I look like
Eyebrow
Aaron
rings.
Lewis if he actually went to jail.
Yeah, you had both your eyebrows pierced or just one?
Just the one.
Okay.
Yeah, and the earrings. Didn't do the little break because the way the guy pierced you, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing
I know
that.
my leg got all fucked up.
Yeah, the guy poked him like 4 times in the
Yeah, it was
brain.
more. It was
Like
like
it was
6.
bleeding, and like the guy I think he got flustered because a bunch of customers came in, and he was the only one there that day. And he kept doing it crooked in Jason's face. It was hilarious to me. I thought it was great, but all those customers left too.
Yeah. It was a bunch of girls that were there to
Rightly
get their
so.
like just regular piercings. They're like,
Belly
we're here to get
buttons,
piercings, like that.
Ah.
And they're like, ooh, can we watch you get your labret pierced? And I'm like, yeah, okay. So I go in there and they
Jason's
watch.
like, yeah, I'm cool. What's up?
So they go and they do it. I thought it's just going to be like a pop right through because I'd already had it pierced before. I was just getting it redone. And they were all watching and he fucked up like once. He's like, oh, hold on. And did it again. And it's like, shit. And then he like did it another time. I'm like, hey, I feel like you're fucking doing this on purpose now. And he's like, no. He's like, I apologize. Because it was just like when you screwed it on, it was looking crooked and shit. And I was just like, what the fuck, man? And so he like did
Jason's
it.
like, I'm trying to look like ICP, man. What the fuck?
So he did it again, and like when I looked back, like he had a window where somebody like people can come by and see you getting pierced in there. Like there was like 6 girls there. Well, after the first couple of times, there was like 3 girls there, and then after the next couple of times, they were all gone.
It was just me there.
Yeah, I look over at Mike, and he's like,
Where did you go? Like, did you go to
a better tattoo and piercing in Louisville. They fucking suck.
They
Clearly,
suck.
yeah.
I got into it with the owner there one time for I don't even remember what, but he was just like he like the classic in every movie scumbag with like the members only jacket. Didn't have any tattoos or piercings.
No.
He's just like, it's a good place to launder my
And he
meth
had-
money.
And he also had the Crocodile Dundee hat on too.
Yeah, one of the times he went in
Yeah.
there, yeah, he had that. They suck.
I should have known something was up when the guy who was doing it was he had a tattoo on his head of a naked chick riding a dildo riding a vibrator with the batteries falling out.
Oh my
That's
god.
a dildo. You can call
Jesus.
it. Yeah, it was a cowgirl riding a giant dildo
That is so
on
specific.
the side of
with
like
her
covered his
titties
whole
hanging
head.
out.
Oh
yeah.
my
Covered his whole head. and she's riding a dildo with batteries falling out of it.
I try not to judge people's tattoos, but come on,
That does lead to
you
lots of
asked
Yeah.
for a judgment with that.
Believe, you know, yeah.
You should go to Aces over there on Teasley. That's a good place. I got my labret pierced.
We're also both like 40 now. So
Well, yeah. Okay, this is probably
tattoos,
a long
yeah,
time
but
ago.
like
It's done for
piercings,
me now.
I'm
Yeah.
For some
done.
reason, I pictured this being like a few weeks
Yeah.
ago or something.
No.
This was last night. Jason's pissed.
I just came to this
My
conclusion.
kids are in the car. God damn it! Hurry up.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you can still get piercings. It's never too late.
They were my
Oh.
daughter's friends, actually, that were there watching.
Yeah.
So,
No, I a couple years ago, I was like cleaning up like my bathroom or something. I found my old eyebrow ring, and I popped it through, and it still went like it bled a little bit, but it still like went through. And I was like, "Fuck, I want to listen to Godsmack and drink some vodka." right now. But yeah,
How about
I'm
this?
Good with that.
would you rather in your parents' closet find a journal of all the things they disliked about you, or a visibly used sex doll with your actual clothing on it?
Oh, definitely the first one.
The second one, because they verbally tell me.
Definitely.
The
I'm
things they
actually
don't like.
curious about the first one. I'd like to know.
Get a little closure.
Yeah,
family
humble
closure.
me out.
Yeah, the second one.
The
'cause-
second one is just disturbing.
Well, I'm missing a couple Metallica shirts, and I'm like, I know they did something with them.
You know, sharing this podcast with your parents might be a good way to maybe get some stuff out in the open, right when this segment comes on.
yeah.
Jason will do anything for some listeners. He'll fucking objectify
I mean,
people.
for me, it's just the reverse of my mom finding my journal when I was growing up and finding all the things that I disliked about her. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you write in your journal the things you didn't like about your mom?
not necessarily that, but I would bitch about things. And sometimes, if my
She
mom
was,
did something that day, I mean, it'd be in the journal.
She was part of the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, she
Making your
was
mom all
she was
butthurt.
a what do they call it? Supporting actress. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go for the sex doll thing just because I'm like I know you guys don't like me. You've already told me. Like I know why too. Like I get it. I see me. I know. I've done these actions, but I just want to like, what are you guys into? Like, should get to know each other before you guys die? Like I don't want to have sex with them or anything. That's gross.
Sex dolls freak me out. If I find a sex doll anywhere, I'm like, get it away. Especially if it's used. I'm like, get that away from
If
me.
you find a se-
And wearing your
wearing
clothing.
my clothes.
if you find a sex doll,
Now I
it's
have to touch
definitely-
it so I can get the clothes off. No.
Trust me, if you find a sex doll, it is used, and they can be cleaned off. It's fine. It's like a glass you drink out of. You can wash it out. It's fine.
So don't dig in around closets around here.
Yeah, don't dig into my closet, for sure. Especially if you're looking for that shirt you left at that open mic.
Nice.
It's the only one that fit.
Still has the smell.
That went too far. Let's move on.
Would you rather be devoid of emotion, logic, or mobility?
Say that slower because I'm dumb.
Yeah. Would you rather be devoid of emotion, logic, or mobility? And I had to really think about
So
this.
not have logic.
Yeah. Emotion,
Emotion.
or the ability to get around. Mobility.
Definitely want to keep mobility.
You want to
Yeah.
keep your logic, wouldn't you? You want to keep your smarts.
Yeah.
I
You
guess
sacrifice your
guess-
feelings.
I guess I can lose crying in public. That's fine.
Yeah. I've done that more than it's believable for me to say out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go with that because that's probably what slows me down most of the time and makes me make a lot of the stupid decisions I make is emotion.
Yeah, it can sometimes make you like too,
Yeah,
like
well,
getting angry is an
It
emotion.
changes you like a different person, and some people come out when they're involved in
It gets in the
emotion.
way of your logic
Yeah.
sometimes. And
Yeah.
like I go by the mob mentality that your head and your heart will lie to you, but your gut will always tell you the truth. So I mean, that's what I go by.
Yeah.
Like I just like, how do I feel about it? I don't like it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to. And then later on, I'm like, I should have done that. That paid.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said yes to that when I was happy or angry.
Yeah. Or that too. People will offer me these weird fucking shows, and you show up and you're like in some fucking mechanic's garage with a bunch of greasy dudes, and I'm like, this is scary.
You're like, they locked the door. I just watched them lock
Yeah,
the door.
why is he locking the door? Is he worried about me getting out or people getting in?
Hey, how about this? If your ex was on fire, what would you use to put them out?
Probably wouldn't put them out.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
putting
People
them out,
say
I
when
guess,
they,
is an option on the table. Yeah.
people say when they hate somebody, I wouldn't piss on them to put them. I'll piss on them. I'll piss on my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, piss would be interesting to put out. I'm trying.
I think I would use a bunch of dog turds. I don't think it'll put the fire out, but I'll
roll them around in dog turds. You
Yeah.
can throw them down in it. It's almost like a stop, drop, and roll, but then now they're like a dookie roll. From
You know the best way to put an X out of put the fire out if your X is on fire?
Yeah.
Throw them down the stairs.
yeah,
Yeah.
tumble.
Yeah, the wind will blow the fire out. And if it doesn't, it won't matter. Yeah. I'm hateful.
This was actually a question on Reddit, and that's why I had to ask it because it had a pretty interesting amount of comments on it, and the consensus was gas, spit, and pee was the most.
Gas?
Yeah, gasoline.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah, gasoline.
Yeah.
It wouldn't put it out, but they would die.
We get it. We get it. What would you
You'd
would
die-
you,
you'd
would
die
you
along
actually
with
put
yours.
out your ex or no? Like thinking about the actual person, not just saying, "Oh," as a blanket statement. Ex.
And if you say which one, it's the worst one. Yeah.
the worst one, I don't know. Most of mine are about
All
equal.
the worst one?
There's a couple that are like, "Oh, that's fine," but then there's a couple. It's like, "Oh, come on, stop." I'd put them out. I'm a humanitarian. I'd put them out. I'd also,
Sure.
yeah, I'll put you out. Yeah, I'm also gonna be like, you owe me some money. Like this wasn't just kindness. My rent's late.
I saved your life, bitch.
Always sunny. Oh yeah.
All right. So how about this? Would you rather piss out a ping pong ball or shit out a bowling ball? Got a little creative here on this one. Sorry. Yeah.
Shit out a bowling ball for sure, because I mean, your butthole is already,
For a bowling ball? I feel like your
I
pee
think-
hole would repair more from a ping pong.
They say your butthole's like a rubber band, man. It'll snap back.
I just don't think that your pee's supposed to have any kind of solid in it whatsoever. So I
Yeah.
just
Stones.
could see that being.
I mean, they're not supposed to be there, but it happens.
But
I've
I've
never
heard
had them,
that's-
but I've heard it really is bad.
I've heard that's horribly painful, and those are like this big,
Yeah.
But see, a ping pong ball is round, so it's got its shape.
yeah, but it's fucking. I'll poop a bowling ball.
I think shitting out a bowling ball would be fun because you feel so empty after you take a big shit. So I
you
mean,
feel almost like you're gonna levitate
yeah,
off the toilet
You'd be
bowl.
10 pounds lighter. I mean, it sounds like a win to me.
Well, it depends. Is it a kid's ball or is it an adult ball? Because it might just be 6 pounds lighter.
Well, do you get, actually, it's ironic I came up with this question too. Do you guys have an opinion when the best time to take a dump is? Like morning,
morning
afternoon,
before you do anything.
Yeah.
Morning.
When I have to go,
Right
which
after
is
breakfast.
Sometimes 3 times. Sometimes it's before and after breakfast.
Yeah.
Because I'll wake up and have my morning glory and check my stories on Facebook, and then I'll eat and I'll have a coffee and I'm like, coffee's doing its job.
Yeah. No, I
Here I go.
do it pretty much at the same time every day, and if I don't do it, it messes up my whole day.
Yeah.
And then I get to the open mic or whatever, and
that's
that's
where
where
And you can't do it
that's
there.
where the magic happens.
You got to find a place near there, and I know the good poop spots around, like some of the clubs I go to.
Sometimes there's no time.
But I hate. I don't ever want to go back to having like a really early morning job because I hate that. I never wake up early enough to do all my business. But I hate like I've had to rush to work with a like being loaded like a shotgun, and then get to work and clock in, and then run to the bathroom, and they're bitching at you. You're like, bro, trust me, you're happy I went to the bathroom.
yeah.
Or like I've had jobs where I couldn't. Like I was a tree trimmer for a while, so like we show up to this place and then we ride out somewhere in a truck, and you're out in the woods, or like you're on the side of the highway, like working on where the power lines are and shit. And it's like, I gotta poop somewhere, and you're like high up in the air, and you're already nervous, and you're touching power lines and shit.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Let me just shit over the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy shit his pants, but he got electrocuted by the wire. It was like a Joe Dirt moment.
So
my
it cooked the shit.
God.
He had like a shit pie cooked on his butt cheeks.
Yeah, he had a burned, sizzled mud pie in his pants. He looked like Joe Dirt but taller. He had the mullet, missing teeth, everything. And like I was new there, and he was like the boss's brother-in-law, and he was exactly the redneck you would think. I'll take another one.
You need another one?
Yeah, you want?
Do you want me to go?
I'll
Get it?
I think for
Okay,
equality, you
nope.
should get it. But like I was kind of
Yeah, I'll take
nervous
another one.
because
Thank you.
let me get anything but lime or grapefruit. I think there's raspberry and
I'll take
black
one of the
cherry.
grapefruit ones.
It's gonna make you poop. I'm telling you. It makes you poop. Did I tell you? No, but I was being
be
he as
Oh,
in
thank
his words. What about me?
You're full.
No, I'm not. It'll be gone soon. Don't interrupt my stories. Anyways, I was being a pussy about going between the power lines because we were in a hydraulic, like one of those trucks with a bucket on top, and I was like real scared. And he's like, "Come down here." And he got there. He's like, "Ain't nothing to worry about as long as you wear these gloves." And he grabs a wire, and nothing happened. And I was like, "Okay, I get it." And I'm down on the ground watching him, just looking up. And he's like, see, I'll do it again. He leans out, and we have to harness ourselves in, and the little ring that harnesses to your belt is metal, and it like I saw it like right before it happened, it like popped out, and it was touching the outside of the bucket, and he grabs it and it like shot him off. And I thought he was dead. And I like brought him down, and then
was he like in one of the like 80s movies? He's like, whoa!
No, he was unconscious, and then like I was like, I can't remember his name, but I was like, this is like 10 years ago. I was like slapping his face, and finally he woke up, and he's like, oh, what the fuck? And I was like, that's why I was worried about it. And then we just didn't work the rest of the day, and we got high in the forest.
Oh,
he had a joint in his
nice.
pocket. We got high, and I was like, well, he almost died today, proving a point to me.
Yeah, I almost killed a guy on the job once like that.
What happened?
I was actually just a temporary job, just doing it, whatever. I was at a cement place or digging wells and some shit to lay cement in. And the guy was showing me how to, like, do... He has this thing off the truck, and it fucking did a drill, and you got to hit it with a chain and all this shit. So anyway, he told me to go up on the truck. He's like, hey, grab me that big wrench. I got to do like a thing. And I went and got... This wrench is, like, this big.
Like a big industrial you
giant
use on like
wrench.
a fucking bulldozer.
Yeah, and so I have to like go out like
you're
straddling.
dancing with it. Like
yeah,
you're
I'm like,
kiss it?
I'm like, hey,
Hey, girl.
I had to straddle the part of the truck to get to it because it was by the tool pouch, like it was the industrial size tools, and he was. It was taking me a while to get it. He was like, "Hey, you okay up there?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, hold on, I'll get it." And like I went to go get it, and he was like standing under me. First off, his fault. He chose to stand under me while I was getting this. Dropped this motherfucker right on his fucking top of his head. And the guy was just like, he's like, chicken to madre. Like that. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I'm sorry. And he was like, come down here. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay here. Yeah. And I like just stayed up there for a minute. And he's like, come down here right now. And I was just like, I'm like, hey, like, don't fucking hit me. Right? Yeah. When I come down, like, don't hit me. I'm sorry, you know? And finally I came down. And he got it. As soon as I came down, he fucking got in the truck and fucking drove off the job site. Left me there. Fucking left me there.
How far were you from like the office?
Like 5 miles.
Oh,
like 5 miles.
Did you
or
have
so.
To walk?
No, so it would have been my option. So it was at a customer's house. The customer first off was like, hey, we'll give you a ride wherever you need to go first off. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do that. And then it was just like, I could tell they didn't really want to. Like they're kind of backpedaling a little, like, we can take you to like the store or some shit. And I was just like, I
don't need a Pepsi. I want to go home.
That's not what you said a minute ago. He's like, give me a ride wherever I need. But, and then I ended up, I went into the cement truck that was there on the job site, and it had the keys in it. It was on the job site, and I cranked that motherfucker up, and I drove back to headquarters. And the boss and his son were there that owned the company, and they're just like they're like, yeah, there he is. You know, yeah. I came in, and they're just like, all right. I was like, the guy left me on the job site. They're like, yeah, we know, yeah. And I was like, all right. So I was like, do I need to come to work tomorrow? And they were like, no, we're good. We're good.
I've been in that instance before.
I wonder if that guy like had a serious injury and like, what if he died from that shit? What if he had to go to the hospital? Seriously?
What if he started speaking British after that?
Well, he said "chinga tu madre." He wasn't even Spanish, so
he was Asian. Yeah.
No, he was. He was Spanish.
Of course.
For a second, I was like, no way.
He just
That's never been like a phrase that
you just bought me cranium,
me, like for no reason.
For no reason.
You bought me cranium, mate.
Yeah. Oh, me noggin.
Enrique, what's wrong with you? Yeah. I think we're like right on time for some open mic. So you're gonna go first. Jason will hold the bass. Give it a good hard spin in either direction, and
bass
tell
holder.
us.
This is so cute.
Jason, stroke the bass while she spins this, and I'm kidding. Whichever way it goes, but spin it hard, and we'll just riff whatever.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's a good spin. Right. That's a good hefty spin. Most people are scared.
What we got?
What does it say?
Weird turn on or off.
Weird turn-ons or offs.
Weird turn-offs for me is I don't like women that fight. I don't like her if she fight. Like I don't like girls that fight.
Fight with you or fight with other girls?
Just know that like fight with other girls. Or if they're always talking about like I'll beat this bitch's ass. Oh, I was fighting that bitch. They're like, we're done.
Okay, so I don't like girls that talk about it all the time, but watching your girlfriend beat up another girl is kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a girlfriend beat up a girl. But then they want to start like getting rough with you. And I'm like, I'm not
if
really
it's
into
called
that.
for, I could see that being kind of hot. But if it's like just a girl that's trying to start shit everywhere she goes, that's exhausting.
That's a turn off. That's
turn off for
me. It's exhausting. Yeah, you're right. It's just like enough. Okay,
and I'm a little worried too at home. I guess.
Yeah, I sleep next to you.
Gonna hit me?
Yeah.
Fucking my ass. I gotta stay at my mom's tonight.
Fucking dog walk me like she did that bitch we did at the mall today because they took our parking spot. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, like you just never know. Yeah, that would not be all right.
I had one girlfriend once, a long time ago, that she fought everybody. She fought in traffic, everything. Always got in fights, and I saw her, and like I actually always thought it was hot when it would happen at first, but then when she first ever got her ass kicked, I was just like, I don't like this anymore. I was like, I don't like
coffee's for closers, bud. You act like a real bitch right now.
We'll take one L and I'm done in the game. That's it. You know?
Jay's the least supportive, least loyal ass boyfriend.
I was like, hey, are you okay? Yeah.
I'm gonna go get you some ice, and then she never saw him again.
We need to break up. Yeah.
It's over. You're aggressive. That it gets exhausting though. I've been with people like that, and like I get wound up pretty easily sometimes, but there can only be one.
I've never been in a fight.
That's a good thing.
And I think it's because I did I don't know. This is so stupid. I can't believe I'm about to say this out loud, but it might be because I did martial arts as a kid.
So you felt the confidence that you can defend yourself probably, so you weren't worried about it.
I think in some way it's like the people who I don't even know if I know how to fight. I did it when I was a kid.
Sure.
But I did it for like 6-7 years, and I think almost it like maybe humbles you out like a little bit.
Sure.
Like
also, I like to imagine Kirsty walking around like, I could kill this motherfucker. I can't hit him. If I hit him, I'll kill him. Walk around like a cold
I like to
killer.
think it's because I'm just too much of a beast. No one wants to get into it.
Well, yeah, you're like, don't make me Kia you.
Yeah.
You know?
I really don't.
Is that a racism? What is?
No, it's Kia.
Okay. But also,
Kia. I was like, I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Had to think.
Don't make me Keanu Reeves.
You had to go back to your training. Yeah.
But in reality, Kirsty gets in. I almost called you Christy. I know that happens to you a lot. I bet
it happens to me every day.
Every day of your life. Just like I get Michael, and Mikey likes it. Like okay, and Mike Jones. Fuck you, Mike Jones. Only because of the name. I still like you.
Who?
But shut up. What was that? Oh yeah. The reality is like Kirsty gets into one fight, and she's like, the boards never hit me back. Like in training, you're like
you're that badass. Like the board.
Yeah. I wish I was that badass. But
what turns you guys on? I shared a piece of my soul.
The fight thing.
You can't steal my answer.
Will you shut up? Okay. I'm gonna edit you out completely. I'm gonna replace you with like Kermit the Frog's voice.
I'm fine with that.
Me too. I just had one. You made me lose it.
Who?
Okay, I like. Like when a girl's mean to me, but not like when she's just like being a bitch. Like when like that mean flirtation. Like it's almost like the repartee before battle.
Where it's mean, but you can tell that it's like a
we're like flirting.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I get to grinning.
Like we got angry bang in a little bit here. Shit.
Yeah, because it's the chance of angry sex. I guess I don't know what it is, but yeah, that. But also a turn off is girls that are too mean to me. It's like after a while, it's like I feel like you're picking on me.
What about when they like hit you and they like play hit you at first? And you're just like that's cool. What if it gets harder and then it's harder and then
I don't like it. Like when people like hit you on the arm or like pat. Stop it.
Yeah, you ever watch Friends?
Yeah.
You know that episode where he's dating that girl and she's like, "Don't you love me?"
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, "She keeps hitting me."
I literally just watched the whole series of Friends again.
Oh, I love. I hate saying that I love Friends because I feel like everyone thinks you're such a basic white girl. Yeah. But dude, it's a good show.
It's a good show.
And I'm not saying it's better than The Office or all those other good comedies, but it's a good show.
My only experience with Friends was it always came on before Seinfeld at like 5:30. Like 5:30 was Friends, and then like 6 was Seinfeld.
Yeah, I'd be like, everybody loves Raymond, Friends, Seinfeld.
You gave me grapefruit.
I was also like when that was happening.
I'm gonna poop now.
I was also
already pooping.
I was like new and like exploring like getting stoned and stuff back in those days, and it was like
empty.
It's empty.
Yeah. And so like.
They don't sponsor.
You know that when you would ever like smoke weed when you were younger and watch TV for the first time, it was just like everything was funnier, everything was better, and I was like, damn, why have I been sleeping on Friends? What the fuck,
Yeah.
Like,
I like Friends. Still, my favorite scene is when Chandler and Rachel are eating the cheesecake off the floor. And Joey walks up and they're like, "Oh shit, he caught us." And he's like, what do we got here? And he pulls a fork out of his jacket pocket.
Yes.
Which, by the way,
down and eat it with him. Yeah.
hilarious. And every jacket hoodie in the world should all have an inside pocket.
For
Drives me
your
crazy.
Even a thin one for
anything.
I love when. I love pockets.
I love pulling something out of my jacket. Like, what do you say, pal?
Do you get
No,
little?
I know this.
Let me reach. I'm just reaching for my smoke.
No,
See,
wait,
That's
one
just
doesn't-
like your.
this
That's
one
your.
doesn't
That's
have-
the sewn-in pocket.
Okay, but
You can
sometimes
use
it's
that.
sewn in at the bottom.
True.
yeah, you
use
can
it.
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
but
literally-
this one sucks.
Yeah.
I found this at the Improv in the Lost and Found.
I lost that
Nice.
at the Improv and lost and found.
Ah.
Clearly my size.
No, I washed it though. I'm not an animal. But
yeah, well,
You're going through your
It's not a
speeding.
real doll. You got to clean it. I literally want to take some of my hoodies and jackets just to get inside pockets sewn into them. Anyways,
Yes.
I'm trying to think if there's any other weird turn-ons or offs that I have. I mean, just about everything turns me on. You doing that's turning me on right now, dude.
The friction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything I say, I feel like we'll cross the line from here. So I'm just gonna give.
I'm
it a
still
spin.
holding the base, so yeah.
Forgot this candle was still here. Everybody naked is what it says. Everybody naked.
Everybody naked.
And
What if you lived in a world where everybody was naked,
Where
it didn't matter anymore?
It would just be normal, and I feel like I would date even less than I do now, which is not much.
if we grew up with that, like if that was always how it was, I mean, then consistency is key, you know?
Yeah.
What if everybody?
I almost kind of wish that we'd save so much money on the clothes, you know?
Oh, we would have longer frying pans too,
Yeah.
handles, longer frying
and
pan
we'd probably
handles.
just accept our like natural bodies eat
We-
more, you know?
We probably have more things like nipple guards for when you cook, because that's like I've cooked bacon without a
Splatter.
shirt on. Sorry to get everybody so wet, but it happens. I have to let them know because my mom and her friend are listening. But
You've cooked for them both, I thought.
yeah,
Shirtless.
I've cooked for my mom. I had to. Side note: I had to take care of my mom during COVID. She broke her ankle and she's getting up there in age, so I had to like cook for her and like take care of her and stay at her apartment. She keeps her apartment like at 84. I like cranked it down to like
God.
76, and she's like, "It's pretty cold." And I was like, "I think you're dying, mom."
And 76 is too hot.
Oh,
What is that, man?
It's got to be 72 and less.
I feel like
69 all the time.
Yeah.
70 maybe at night because it gets a little chilly, but it's about 70,
Really,
69.
I
It's-
love it cold. In
Oh,
fact,
yeah.
even during the winter, my apartment will get to like 65.
yes.
When I go to a hotel,
Perfect.
first thing I do, I put it as low as it will possibly
all
go.
the way down.
I
And
live-
then-
all the way.
And then I turn a fan on and I
Yes.
blow it on my face.
Yes.
And,
And-
I cuddle up with like 6 blankets, and that's how I,
I can't sleep without a fan.
Absolutely.
Without a fan, like if I stay, I've crashed at other people's places. I've literally brought a fan with me, or went to the dollar store and got like a small fan.
Yeah.
Because I just, when that stagnant air just laying there, I feel like an old sausage somebody found on the ground. And so I feel like, even though it might be cold, I feel like I'm about to start sweating, and I'm like, I get like I can't breathe. I need that air.
I
I need
need
that cold.
it cold when I sleep. I don't care what it's like during
Mr.
the day.
Freeze
but-
in my sleeping bag.
When we get
Yeah.
into the winter, my family has to like beg me, like on them. They're like on an Oliver Twist and shit. They're all like, "Please, please, can we turn the heat on?
Some heat, sir.
It says 52 on the thermometer." And I'm like, "We could take it to like 50."
We
Yeah.
can't see your full breath yet.
The only
so-
time I've ever been uncomfortably cold when I'm sleeping was during the snowstorm when we lost power.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
was where I was like, okay, this isn't what I meant. Like,
Yes, not this cold.
yeah. Like I was sleeping in clothes.
Yeah, without the
I
ability
sleep
to
in
warm
clothes,
up.
but I was sleeping in like a coat and a hat.
Yes.
See, our power here was cycling on and off for an hour, but I can't sleep naked. I don't know why. No matter how comfortable I am, I've passed
No.
out naked a few
Yes.
times, but like I can't just sleep naked. But I also can't wear a shirt when I go to bed because it's like twisted
No, I have to
up
wear
and
at least
hot.
shorts
but-
and a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like boxers or like gym shorts, and I'm no shirt, no socks. The only time I fall asleep with socks on is after a cocaine binge. Other than that,
Oh, I can't
can't.
sleep in socks.
it's weird, right?
You
I
have
sleep
to
in
like.
socks.
I have to
It's-
take my
yeah.
socks off and like
No,
move my feet like that.
Yeah.
And the sheets, like, you know what I mean?
yeah. I rub
Yeah.
them like
Like,
flat, like on the sheet, and
have
I'm
to,
like,
like,
there
You
we
gotta,
go.
you gotta rub
See,
them against the sheets.
Now here's the thing. That part irritates me. It makes my feet feel weird to rub them against the sheet and the quilt and all that. So
You
I
need-
actually have socks on. Now here's even stranger. I actually pull my feet out, like they're out from the covers too. So I don't want them covered.
Well, that's because they're not long enough. Because you're like 6'18" or
Well,
something.
still,
You're like
yeah.
6'18"
the blankets are standard. Don't cover me.
Yeah,
efficiently,
I was gonna say
but
for you, they always stick out. I bet, but yeah, I can't. Sociopath. You must be. I can't sleep
I
with my
sleep
socks,
with socks
on.
on.
Yeah, that is
every single
different.
night.
If I-
Sometimes I wake up with one sock off, but
Sometimes I don't wear socks for days if I'm not going anywhere. I'm just in a pair of some comfortable ass slides, and I'll like
way.
shower and stuff.
If I could take a picture of my toes if you see them, because you ain't hardly gonna fucking.
Oh,
see
mine
them.
are gross. I do that here at home.
No,
Yeah.
that's the funny thing is my feet are actually beautiful.
Do you know what we should do? We should go get a pedicure, dude. I've been wanting to do one.
I think more men should do that.
My wife
Right?
and I
I
actually
I
get
don't
them.
know
too.
why y'all get weird.
It's not.
about
It's
it.
homophobic to
Chandler
be like,
gets
oh,
pedicures.
yeah.
No,
exactly.
my wife and I get them semi regularly, and I like to get the extra add on with like the that orange liquid in the bag going around the feet.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah?
That's lava. They're trying to burn
so
the mold
good.
off of.
I
you.
trust
Dude,
them.
they like massage you. You don't have to get them
yeah.
painted. You just get them.
Well, I
taken
mean,
care
if
of.
you're already there, I mean,
Yeah, you
why
don't
waste your
have to.
time? You know.
I've only gotten a pedicure like
Opportunistic.
twice. It's expensive, but that's only because I get my nails done too.
Sure.
Y'all wouldn't be doing the nails.
No, well, I
Says
would.
who?
I would because I
I'm
would.
back. I'm cleaning my
No,
cuticles.
no.
And now that I got these new teeth, I can't like chew the little pieces of skin, you know, you get at the corners of your nails. And I try to like trim my nails like at least once a week, if not twice. I don't like it drives me
Yeah.
crazy if my nails too long. But like I get a lot of those like pieces of skin hanging off the corner, you know. And I used to just bite them, not like chew on them profusely, but just like bite those off. And now I can't. So I'm like, I have a nail clipper in my car in case I'm at a red light. I'm like, this is because it literally just
That's such a
distracts
man
me. It
move.
bothers
My
me.
dad will do shit like that in the car. Like he'll like pluck his ear hair.
Yeah, I don't do that. I noticed the girl.
Oh
that-
wait, I'm sorry, dude. Didn't
That's
mean to
where
tell
we-
everybody that.
that's where
y'all
we
made
draw
a
the
face where
line.
y'all were like, ugh.
No, we get old. Like the chick
I
that cuts.
don't do it.
The chick that cuts my hair, she like real quickly will get my ear hair. And I'm like,
Oh,
what are you
nice.
doing? She's like, it's better just to do it and not mention it to you. She's like, but you're starting to grow some. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I only make the face
not that
because I'm
old.
guilty of
You've
having
got,
it also. so.
some big earlobes. You should gauge them. That would be.
That's not my thing.
Yeah.
It's not your thing.
My ears. I actually have two piercings in this ear and one in this ear, and I haven't worn them. I've like popped the earring in here and there, but I just don't wear them.
It looks like you have a hole there.
Yeah, I stop looking at my holes.
Well, real quick, in 10 years, you'll be how old?
35.
Okay, Mike will be 50, so that's why.
No, I won't. I'll be 48. Pretty close.
That's why no gauges, definitely.
But not
True,
just
I
that.
think-
Like,
yeah,
it's just
sorry.
not my style. I'm not really into jewelry. Like a lot of people, I feel like imagine me. I feel like if you asked everybody in the comedy community, like all the comedians that know me really well, like without showing them a picture of me and they can't look it up, and they ask me if I wear a gold chain, most of them would probably say yeah or not be able to decide. I'm not a big jewelry person. I feel naked because I left my watch at this chick's place recently, and I don't have a watch to wear alternatively that goes with everything like
You
that
have a
watch.
cool
And I
watch,
usually,
too.
yeah, I got it for $1 when I upgraded my phone.
oh, you left your smartwatch?
Yeah, I took it off. It was just uncomfortable.
I remember
didn't
when
relax.
you got that and we were at the open mic and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You can like spin it around.
Yeah,
Are you wearing it?
No,
Oh.
it's at her place. So I'm like, I feel weird, but I'm just not a. I was like, I should just go buy a watch just to have like a backup. But I'm like, I'm not
No,
really.
you should
a-
go get your fucking smartwatch from this fucking bitch's house. Is
Well,
what you should do.
Calm down.
Okay.
I love her.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Oh, who is it?
no, I don't worry about
E.
it. Anyways.
Conversations
Dude,
afterwards.
if a girl just smiles at me, I start planning what our kids are going to look like.
Okay.
I fall in love 10 times an hour every
Yeah.
day of my life. But anyways,
He's such a sweetheart.
yeah, I just little teddy bear, you know. But I don't know. I'm just not a jewelry person. That's not my thing. So like
Yeah.
the ears, I'm like, oh, I should get some like cool earrings. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
Nah.
This is
Yeah.
not me.
You should
And
get
I'm
some.
not
You
feeling
should get
it.
some new nail polish. Now there's nail polish, a line of
Well,
nail
I
polish.
gotta wait
Lil
for-
Yachty is coming out with for men, particularly.
Oh, well, I got to wait until my new tampons come
It's interesting.
in to
Yeah.
see if they match because
Pete Davidson is already a customer. MGK, a couple other people that wear.
I can't wait for Eminem to find out that fact about MGK.
Well, he already made him change his genre, so I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
he
He did
cares
change
anymore.
music genres.
Oh my God. Have you heard that song? It's awful.
The whole album is awful.
The Megan
terrible.
Fox.
The whole album is awful.
Terrible.
Yeah.
We went to see him in concert because we saw him before and we watched him get a blowjob at this other club in
I
Dallas.
still have the video of it.
Yeah, and we tried to sell it to TMZ, but they weren't offering much.
At that time,
Yeah.
might circle back to that.
Yeah,
you
video
kidding
quality
me? No,
wasn't
I'm not
that good.
kidding.
Oh
No,
my
this is
God.
real.
I'd
We were
like to
drinking-
see that after.
We were drinking
Yeah.
vodka with him. Me and Jason shoved his security guard to get his attention because it was Jason's wife's birthday. And we're like, "Hey, it's my friend's birthday." And Jason said, "Yeah, it's my wife. Will you give her a hug?" And he's like, "Yeah." And like this security guard was huge, Like we shoved him and he looked and he's like, these dudes must have balls because
I like you know how you holler at someone in the club and you're like, hey, come here, and they put their face in, they put their head in your, and you're whispering in their ear like your lips are almost even touching their cheek or something like that.
He's like,
Like I was talking to MGK like that. I was like, hey, I was like, hey, my wife loves you, dude, and it's her birthday. Can you just give her a hug and say happy birthday? And he's just like, oh yeah, of course, man. You know.
But we were like standing around the area, like leaning in where he was, and he had this big bottle. Was it like peach or coconut? Ciroc?
Coconut or vanilla?
No, it wasn't
coconut.
Vanilla. It was coconut. And he took a big swig and he like handed it to me. So we started passing around, and it was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
We got on a little Ciroc kick after
flavored
that.
vodka.
Ciroc.
And Ciroc is like definitely
It's
one of
better-
the better ones.
It's not Svedka. The fucking $7.99.
I used to drink that. Anything in a plastic bottle.
Still do.
Well, hey, the grapefruit jalapeno sounds terrible, but it's actually great.
That actually sounds great.
It
I
was
would love
really
that
good.
as a tequila.
I
That should
love-
be a tequila.
Yes,
That would be
that's
as a
what I
tequila.
drink.
Have you had
mainly.
Dulce Vita?
Yeah.
That's some good flavored tequila.
Have you had number one yet? Get a bottle of number
Phenomenal.
one. It's even don't even worry about the $100 bottle, which I tried all of them.
It's
and
phenomenal.
It's great.
Yeah.
But just the regular
red bottle.
Reposado,
Nice.
it's like 48, and I keep mine in the freezer. I'm like, I'm not a maniac. I need it to be cold. But like I can just sip that tequila, like no lime, no salt, and usually I'm
Nice.
not lime anyways, but salt I need.
Yeah.
But that's if I can just sip on it, and it's like a high. It's not like a drunk. Like I always end up doing a bunch of coke afterwards, but it's fun. But I feel like
goes hand in
different.
hand.
Yeah. It's like corn. It's cyclical.
Yeah.
They feed into each other.
Exactly.
But try that. Like if you haven't had
Okay.
number one, it's good. And I'm not saying it because it's Ron White or Alex Raimundo's tequila. I just like it.
Oh
Like,
shit!
I would
It's
drink.
Ron White?
It's so good that I would drink it if it was Dane Cook's tequila.
Dang.
So yeah.
Have you had the Rocks tequila?
Not Terramina?
Yeah.
Terramana? No, not yet. I'd like to try
I want
it.
to try it too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was like being sold
Damn.
everywhere.
If I would
Yeah.
have known what, we could have got a bottle and drink it now. 'Cause,
Oh, shit.
I haven't drank in a few weeks, and now
I actually
I'm
like
back,
The Rock
baby.
too, so I would support the tequila.
I do like The Rock. The Rock's going to be the president.
He actually, I don't really never really followed his career as an athlete or anything, but there's just something about him that I just like.
Yeah.
He just seems like a good person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that
He seems
racial
inspiring.
ambiguity, and he's nice. And like,
Yeah.
if you watch his Instagram, I mean,
His
dude's
TikTok.
doing it.
It's,
There was
all
a-
about working out in tequila right now.
Yeah.
But
But that's the life.
I like tequila.
He made this TikTok. This girl was like, "I dare you to take a shot of tequila without making a face," and then he drank his entire
the
bottle.
whole bottle, like
And the way he's holding it, it looks like how I hold this, like in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's so big that his like regular sized bottle.
It was the
looks like
750.
It's like, oh, that's a travel bottle, bitch. That's a fifth.
He's a giant.
Yeah,
And he downed that shit, and it looked like from the way the sun was hitting in that video, I saw that shit. It looked like it was like noon.
It was definitely his cheat day.
It was like middle of the day. That sun was
Yeah.
like right above him. It was early as shit.
He's
He
just
got drunk.
in his backyard, like drinking an entire bottle. He probably wasn't even. He was probably buzzed off of it.
I feel like maybe he's drunk, but he's like so cool you can't even tell he's
Yeah,
drunk.
he's one of those drunks that can be plastered, but he's like, I'm plastered, but he's.
I'm very
standing.
drunk right now.
Yeah, he's like one of those
You're
guys.
flying
that
a
be-
helicopter. Do you know that, The Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm carrying it.
Oh shit.
He's like one of those guys that could like sexually assault you, and it's okay. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Probably not, but yeah,
Well,
that sounds terrifying.
I hate The Rock now.
because of the implications. You want to? We don't really have time for our workshop. You want to give it a spin? We'll do that, and then a crime story.
spin also.
Yeah. Why don't you?
Is there something on here you're hoping to see?
Not really. I'm
No?
kind of a little buzzed now. So
Here we go. What we got?
what do we got?
Turn ons or turn offs? We did it
Okay,
already.
We did that. We're
I-
already turned on.
Love that little spinny wheel.
I want to get a bigger one, especially because we want to do live shows. But I want to get like a 36-inch one's like $200
Nice.
or 170. But I think I got a new credit card, and I'm like, I need to pay it off, and then the next purchase will be that. What'd you get?
How would you force a breakup?
Just be myself.
You got no problem, huh?
I'd stop pretending to be a good person. I'd just be myself. And actually, I have done that several times.
What do you mean
Okay.
force a breakup?
Like, let's say you didn't want to be with somebody, but you didn't want to actually break up with them and hurt their
Wait,
feelings.
let me ask you this: have you ever broken up with somebody?
Sorta. I never really had too many boyfriends, but I mean, I never got past the talking phase with most guys. We
Sure.
were just talking.
And that's not in question.
And like, yeah, I think for me the line was just like, this guy wanted to have a picnic, and I was like, eh.
A picnic.
I'm not going to answer your call
Dating
anymore.
Howdy Doody? What?
Yeah, it was
What's
like a weird romantic thing he was trying to do, but I was like, this makes me feel weird. And
Yeah. Were you maybe too young for the romance, or just
think
not into it with him for that reason?
I think I just didn't really like him.
Gotcha.
You know, I think when you really like someone, they can offer you any weird shit, and you're gonna be into it. You know,
Because I mean, I could take a girl on a dope ass picnic and bring like a couple blunts, some good wine, like something I can drink without making that stupid dry bread face.
But you look like a doofus. Like she'd be like, "Let's go on a picnic," and then you wanted to surprise her with some blunts and shit.
No, you don't tell her you're going on a picnic. You say, "Hey, let's go get something to eat," and then you drive her to a romantic spot and go there. You don't say it.
well, make sure that romantic spot isn't like in the middle of nowhere, because that might get weird.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
If
it's
a guy was like,
romantic.
"We're going out to eat," and then all I see is trees and like.
It's romantic. Let me put this over your head.
You want me to do drugs?
Make sure you don't have a shovel or anything in your backseat.
Well,
Like
what if
normal
What if
right
my
now.
car gets stuck? I got to dig us out.
I've been watching Arrested Development lately.
I love it.
I saw the one where he like picks up what he thinks is his mom's housekeeper,
Yeah.
but it's just some random
Yeah.
lady, and he like is taking her out, and she sees like the nail polish.
Yeah.
Oh, that show's funny.
I love Job. I've made a huge
Job.
mistake.
Oh, gob? You mean gob?
I like all their impersonations of chickens.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Who do you think has the
Yeah.
best one?
Lucille.
yeah,
Lucille,
the one
for
where
sure.
she has a drinking problem. They want to have an intervention.
I like Job's. I like Job's. You're like,
Yeah.
what do you?
That show's fucking hilarious.
The intervention turned into one of their better family house parties.
We literally just removed Arrested Development from the spin wheel. It was on there before we started today.
Ironic, it was
But it was
supposed to win
supposed to mean something else. But all it made me think of was Arrested Development was Tobias Funke, anal rapist.
Yes.
Or anal rapist from
Yeah.
his business cards. It says he's an analyst and a therapist. So he's shortened it to anal rapist.
And he's also a never nude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Oops, looks like I blew myself too early.
Yeah,
today.
he says like he's like, you really need to hear yourself talk sometimes.
I almost want to like experiment with like just wearing a pair of cutoff Daisy Dukes as my underwear and like take a shower with them and shit and see if that's like really a thing.
Could be a good Halloween
Just a
costume.
never nude.
It's a good Halloween costume, but it sounds very uncomfortable.
You have to be very confident.
Every time I've worn shorts that short with no underwear, or just denim with no underwear, the seam of the pants always messes with the seam of my pants.
I would imagine.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gooches you down.
Your gooch, what?
It gooches you down.
Oh,
Chafes you in the gooch. It censors you, like right in the center.
I thought I heard gooch in there. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, all right. Yeah.
That's what you
it
call
rubs
it,
it raw. Did you get like a bubblegum hamburger fucking gooch? You know?
Ah.
Was that the
That's-
name of the episode? Bubble? No, it's not. No, that's not it.
Yeah, bubblegum hamburger
Gooches,
gooch.
Yeah. Bubblegum.
Hamburger gooch. We'll shorten it. Burger gooch. I don't know. We'll see. Let's move on. Now it's time for some crime stories.
Time for crime stories, bitch. 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 Time for crime stories, bitch.
Ready to go? Look how you whipped it out.
Just like that.
It's the last 3 times you were like, oh, hold on, I'm not done.
I'm not shy to whip it out.
Stop.
Okay.
Uncomfortable.
All right. Man arrested for riding in back of the driverless Tesla gets out of jail.
What?
So man arrested for riding in the back of a driverless Tesla on autopilot. Sorry, I left that part out. Actually ends up getting out of jail. It's a crime story that took place. A crime. He was arrested.
He was in the back by himself. Was there anybody else in the car?
Well, he's a 25-year-old man. He was arrested after he was seen riding in the backseat of a Tesla with nobody in the driver's seat. His name is Param Sharma. He's an Indian gentleman. He was arrested just a couple of Mondays ago by the California Highway Patrol on 2 counts of reckless driving and disobeying a peace officer. You know about these cars driving themselves, right?
Yeah, do not disobey. Do what I say.
Would
lay
you-
by the bay and eat some hay? That's what I think.
Do they really drive themselves like completely?
I've seen videos of people riding in the back seat with this shit. Like they'll go. This one dude lays down in the back seat with a blanket.
I don't trust it, but how dope would it be just to like kick back?
I think
in the
it'd be
back?
dope to just kick back, but still be next to the wheel just in case. Like,
Just in case.
I don't think I could relax and just not.
Not now. Like, see, that's not now, but say when it's like on the 10th version, like like when they've worked out all the
Series
bugs,
10.
and now they're just adding stuff to it. Yeah, and it's like
Tesla 10.
Yeah.
It's like an iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. This is like an iPhone. I say things like the vaccine at first. I didn't want to get it because I'm like, we're the guinea pigs. This is like an iPhone. I like to let them work the bugs out before I get the new model.
Yeah.
Like, let them do a couple
10.2
updates.
by 4 or something.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
All right, so Sharma spent the night in the Santa Rita jail, and by Tuesday evening, he was out. He gave KTUV, who's reporting, an interview where he said that driving isn't as dangerous as boasted, and it's really not a concern. He said he's used this many of times to get home in the evening.
Was he drunk back there? Or?
I think that would have been a crime if he would have admitted that, if they didn't catch him on that.
Yeah, but you're in the back seat.
You can't be drunk and
You can't
not
be behind,
drive your Tesla?
You can't. Yeah, you can. I know, right? You would think so, but you cannot operate a vehicle.
He's not operating it. He's in the back
He's
fucking
still
seat.
the operator.
How's the operator? He's in the back seat.
Who's operating? The
ghost.
car can't operate itself.
The ghost of Nicholas Tesla.
He
drives all this
He
driverless cars.
engaged that operation. He said engage.
You can't put your address in. You can't do this and be drunk.
What if he could?
Exactly. That's the main allure of these driverless cars. Like, it's supposed to, in my mind, be less wrecks and less dangerous for drunk people who still refuse to get an Uber ride home or have their friend take
Okay,
them.
wait a minute. So let me ask you this.
Because you
Then.
got to
So,
get your car home. Right?
Yeah,
So-
right?
Wait a minute, leave it here?
We've all been there, though.
Yeah.
so now what if you're not as ballsy as this guy and you're not going to go lay down in the back seat ridiculously, okay? And you're actually like still in the driver's seat, but it's on autopilot. You should be able to get away with being drunk if you got pulled over, like I'm not
No,
operating?
You got to get in the passenger seat.
Because you
you're
can't
drunk.
be behind the wheel.
Yeah, because you get
is the law.
If you're drunk, you can still make a mistake over there. Even if the car's driving, you could beep bop boop yourself into a wreck. Yeah, but I think if you're drunk and there's driverless cars, you have to get in the passenger or the back seat. But I like to imagine the cop that pulled up on this car on the highway and there's no one in it, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
He probably saw it was a Tesla and knew like that.
I think he wanted to harass the guy maybe a little bit. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, pal? Drive.
He's
So
probably like jealous.
So this is why he got released. Okay.
You know what I mean? Cops get jealous.
I think so, because I mean the Tesla costs more than their yearly
Cops
salary.
are always
Yeah.
jealous of me.
So Sharma remained unflinched about his attitude when he was released from the jail, and when he was interviewed by the TV station that reported this, he said, "Yeah, I'm going to go get in the back seat right now and drive home. You know, that's what I'm
You're
going
not
to
going
do."
to drive. You're going to ride home.
Yeah, he's going to ride home. He also said, "I'm very rich, by the way, and I like sitting in the
I
back."
imagine this guy said to the cop, as soon as the cop got up to the window, he goes, "First off, I'm very rich, sir. I'm very,
He was
very
probably
rich.
a dickhead and like real
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
arrogant. Like
I'm
real
rich,
pompous.
by the way. You show like money? Like,
Hey,
you know what money is? You don't.
You
Because-
can go ahead and arrest me.
I
I'm
do.
really rich and I'll get out. This is actually something for me to do. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have had that attitude.
I actually own the jail, so let's go there because I want to check up on it anyways. Because it's my jail. I hope you know that. My name is Nicholas Jail. So
His name was Michael Paulson.
his name was Robert Paulson.
Yeah, same thing.
Get it?
That's his son.
I get the reference.
Sharma said that his antics behind the wheel were not to
pretty
show off, but to show that self-driving vehicles are not only the future, but the present as well. He was trying to be an advocate in this situation, and I think he was also just being mouthy with
The
the
same
cop.
kind of asshole that's ruining Dogecoin for us right now. Thanks a lot.
This guy was also the guy who happened to have been recorded on a viral video of the guy that was laying in the backseat of his car by somebody else on I-80, wherever that were in California.
In California. So what? Say that again. Somebody was recording.
Yeah,
him?
he was the guy that went viral on a video that somebody else shot that he was riding in the backseat of this car, and people were just like, "Oh, hey, look, fucking someone," and it went viral. Just a little snippet of it went viral. He was that guy. So he tried to use that to become an advocate for doing this.
Officer.
I think he drives around
who I am?
everywhere.
I'm on TikTok, sir.
Yeah. That's it. He was released. It was a crime, but he was
what was the
released.
crime?
The crime was he got arrested for
they charge him with again?
illegal operation of a motor vehicle.
What do you mean? Is it outlawed to have a self-driving car?
That's why he was let go. He actually was very.
Well, he was let go 'cause
very
he owns
rich.
the jail,
he was
but-
very rich,
Yeah.
and he had a very good lawyer, and they came and got him out of trouble.
Well,
But here's his face.
he looks like he would tell people that he's very rich.
I'm very rich. You want to go
Yeah.
have sex with me?
That's cultural appropriation or something. Don't do the voice.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that right now.
I think so.
Well, you don't have to be too careful. I'm a bit of a wild card.
Luckily,
I like some
luckily, in the
controversy.
last 10 minutes of an episode, it's almost a free for all.
Nobody's
Yeah.
listening now. You could say just about anything. I almost said some bad words just now.
Listen, what we're doing on time because I actually had a shorter one.
we not
that was a
supposed
little
to
bit
curse?
better.
No, you can say whatever.
Oh.
I almost said the words you shouldn't say no matter what.
I always hope that we can always get the rating on the one that we upload that says E for everyone or whatever. It's like family friendly, but now we.
No, they all say they do say that.
Yeah, MA. They all say MA.
They say MA.
Yeah.
I just whenever I upload them, I check the box. No, this is not for kids.
Mature audiences.
I check that box too. I'm just like,
Yeah.
the way I look at it is kids are not going to be interested in
So maybe
anything that
just
we're
leave it
saying.
open for kids and see
Yeah.
who stumbles into
I
it.
figured this
Yeah.
way, if kids are listening to mine, that must be one cool little kid. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
He's like, all right, these guys are cool.
Yeah.
Get your mom's
When
credit
I
card.
was a
Meet me-
kid, you wouldn't be able to pay me to watch a podcast.
No,
of
not
any
at all.
kind.
Fuck that. I remember
Yeah.
I when I first heard what a podcast was, I was even still like 15 years before now, and I was just like, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, I didn't start like giving podcasts the time
I
of day
still think
until.
it sounds stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Also, when I was a kid, nobody had cell phones but guys like this that were very rich.
It's very rich.
Yeah. That's how old I am. My dad, I got my dad's hand-me-down phone. My first cell phone was a Zach Morris phone, like the big.
The brick.
The brick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mine was a razor.
The Razor. I never had the Razor, and I always wanted one.
You had the
I never
knockoff
had-
I
razor
always
from
wanted
like
the
Sprint or
sidekick.
AT&T or
I didn't
something.
even get that. I got the cheaper version.
But
It
yours was
a-
real skinny. That little skinny one, you threw it in the water.
Yeah,
that time.
no, that one was big. That was a big. They had just the flap that flap down, but there's nothing on it. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, what's the? It just
Like you
covers-
could have got a leather case with like a little
I had a
dick
leather
sleeve
case. I
for
just
it.
didn't have it on when I put it in the water.
We got time for one more. It's a
Yeah.
little quick one. I told you about this recently when we were just having a conversation. It was a woman impersonated a New Hampshire prosecutor to drop stalking and meth charges against herself.
Cunning. That's
She
so she had charges of stalking and what?
And methamphetamine
And
possession of some
methamphetamine.
degree.
Well, if you want to stay awake during a stalking, methamphetamines.
yeah,
the
what
way to
came
go.
first?
What came
the
first?
meth or the stalk?
the chicken or the
Yeah.
meth? Which one came first?
So a New Hampshire woman had been accused of taking the law into her own hands by impersonating a prosecutor and filing bogus documents to drop stalking and drug charges against herself in New Hampshire. Is it that easy in New Hampshire?
Dude, she went Ocean's 11 just to drop her own. That's
We commend her, actually.
I'm gonna have to research this lady because I got some charges I'd like to go away.
Well, listen,
Yeah?
Hillsborough County.
Nothing like that.
I guess that's,
Some of it, maybe.
I guess that's a Hillsborough County out there. They're everywhere. Hillsborough counties are everywhere.
Yeah.
Hillsborough County grand jury earlier this month returned indictments against Lisa Landon, charging that the 33-year-old woman they charged her with one count of false impersonation and 6 charges of falsifying physical evidence, along with additional charges of burglary and theft.
How does she impersonate the what you said, the prosecutor or the DA or whatever?
Yeah. So
Did she
according,
like tie them up and show up in court? Like, no, I'm Mrs. Anderson. That's me.
yeah, like left them like handcuffed to the toilet or something, or did
Put some X-Lax in their coffee and like I don't even have to tie them up.
yeah, just get them like on a fucked up Uber somewhere that's driving them somewhere where they can't be where they need to go.
Put her in a driverless Tesla and send her to Siberia, pal. Like Charlie Day.
I got friends that are very rich, just so you know.
Like Charlie Day, we've already been fired, but I sent those pink slips halfway to Siberia.
So, according to the indictments obtained by the New Hampshire union leader, Landon of Littleton, submitted falsified documents in 3 different court cases last November and December using the state's electronic filing system. She hacked it, basically, somehow.
Oh, shit, the 80s hacker. Giving it all
Yeah.
I got, baby.
She,
Yeah.
fucking had, Bon Jovi playing and was drinking coffee.
That's a Van Halen job right there. That's running with the devil. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh damn, Spotify's gonna X us out now.
It was so good sounding. Yeah.
I hope somebody Shazams that and like, oh, it is Van Halen.
It is. It really was.
It's Van Mikey B.
So Landon's alleged scheme unraveled after a state forensic examiner,
You got to get forensic on that.
one lowly employee in the courthouse, basically smelled something wasn't right. He ended up contacting the prosecutors and telling them that he noticed her file had changes and the charges had been dropped, and he was wondering why. So he like picked and prodded.
Nosy little fuck.
They dug in and
Can't stand to see somebody not be in trouble.
like she figured it out, bro. Let it go, right?
Yeah, like she beat this. She earned this one, bro.
Forensics. That's not even fucking forensics. Him going and fucking ratting her out. No, he's a cop. He's supposed to rat them out.
I like to imagine he called the judge. He's like, "You smell that?" And they're like, "We're on the phone." He's like, "I smell crime."
He's like, the city's dirty.
Yeah, it's one dirty, stinking hellhole of a city,
And I'm going to clean it up right now. So she was facing counts of methamphetamine possession and stalking. They ended up coming to fruition. She also got these other charges. The file purportedly contained...
you can be charged with stalking?
Yeah, I guess you can.
Let's wrap this up. I got some loose ends to tie up. I'm kidding. It's a waste of time.
She filed whatever the Latin word is for dropping charges in court. It's like nole presqualo or some shit. Nole presqualo.
Why can't they just say, this bitch lied?
They dropped the charges. So it quickly became evident to the state that this document, as well as other documents in the file, had been filed fraudulently. And it was filed in the ruling that she gonna go to jail.
Well, so obviously she'll get charged with all of that. And stop doing meth. I don't know. I mean, how do you get charged with stalking? Like, how do they prove it's not just coincidence we're both at Taco Bueno right now?
Because you're there every time when I'm there and when I step out of my
We have
house and
similar
following
eating
my
schedules.
car.
We live near each other.
If you had somebody
Yeah,
stalking
I
you,
don't know how you prove that. What?
would you try to like get video evidence of just like consistently timestamped video evidence just showing here it is again.
Probably.
Here he is again. And
Have
here
you
he is
ever
again.
been stalked or stalked anybody?
Not that I know of, and no, I've never stalked anybody.
Those are some good stalkers.
They stay in the shadows.
Great.
I really don't think I have, though.
No?
I think I would know.
I'm doing my
I
job right then.
I mean, I don't think
You
so.
survived if they were
Yeah.
after you. You made it out. So.
I mean, I feel like stalking is pretty dangerous, and like I don't know. I feel like they'll start harassing people that are close to you. And I watch too many.
I've seen that J-Lo
Lifetime
movie.
movies.
Yeah. I kind of like those movies.
Yeah.
Jason had a stalker once with
You?
a roommate a long
That
time
show?
ago. Stop, please.
Wait.
I was just playing.
I've had a stalker.
Yeah, before Jason was
You had a
married.
stalker?
He had this stalker, and I kept catching her outside our house in a BMW, and I'd like go out to her, and she'd like speed off. I'm like, I can
Drive
see you.
off.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I can see you. Like, I know
Yeah,
you.
that's
We've
odd.
hung out before.
And then this bitch even like emailed me like because I blocked all other contact with her. But
She's a beautiful lady, not a bitch.
she emailed me and she was just like,
She was
I just randomly like opened my email to a different message and it just mysteriously landed on a picture I had saved of you, and I just wanted to let you know I still think about you. And I was like,
Also, I
wrote-
just signed into your Wi-Fi because I'm in front of her house.
I just replied restraining order. Restraining order. That's it.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't have any stalking experiences that I know. That shit is kind of scary, though.
I've
a little bit.
never stalked anybody because it's like it's a waste of time. Like, I'm trying to get over you. I don't want to see you anymore.
Like if I'm trying to say no, why don't you like
yeah,
get
if
the
somebody's
hint?
already turned me down, I'm just like, all right.
Like no doesn't always mean yes. It's not. It's leaving
It doesn't ever mean yes. It's the exact opposite. The
No,
only,
you know, once upon a time, like the old theory was like, "Hey, no means yes."
the only thing I have done is like after a chick broke up with me, I drove by her house a couple times and like see what lights are on. I'm like, there's somebody
like
else
broke her
in there.
windows and
But
yelled
then
at her parents.
I was sitting there. I like drove by and I was like, well, she broke up with me and someone else is in there. It's kind of none of my fucking business. I'm like, also this hurts. I'm
yeah.
gonna go home and get high and play video games. And try
The
to forget
closest
about
that I've done is to just look at their social media.
Of course.
Well-
yeah. That's acceptable stalking.
Yeah.
I think, in today's
Yeah,
market.
that's the stalking
Yeah.
that I do. But
You know what the best is? When someone breaks up with you and you lose 160 pounds and you post a million pictures about it because you know her mom still follows you.
Yeah.
it
and
gets
then they
back to
want
her.
you back.
Well, my sister's girlfriend broke up with her and blocked her on Instagram, but the Instagram she has for her dog.
oh,
My sister is stressing out because she doesn't know whether or not she should unfollow the dog.
oh, but the dog's so cute.
The dog still follows my sister, and I'm like, that she.
And you
thinks
know who
she,
controls
does
the
she
dog.
Well, we know who the
Yeah.
dog Instagram is run by.
Yeah, the
so-
dog runs it in his media team, right?
This dog's got some fire ass stories. Right here.
Yeah, look out for the dog Instagram because
I wanna follow the
They
dog
probably try to play it like they never get on it or whatever, but they definitely.
Of
get
course they do.
You'll
yeah.
notice any message you send
If
is
someone
red.
has an Instagram for their dog, like they're definitely doing some
Absolutely.
some stalking.
I'm literally thinking about doing one for my dog. So
You might as well now. There you go. Just got an idea.
Yeah. And then I can pass through some firewalls or whatever. 80s
What makes you want to open up an Instagram account for your dog? Is it
So
the stalking or?
So girls will DM me and be like, "Your dog's cute. Want to make out?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I do."
Because that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid plan. Poke a hole in it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Poke a hole in it now.
Okay.
Exactly.
We'll see how it
Jason-
goes. I have
If
no
Jason can't
experience.
poke a hole in it,
Let's
then
just
I'm
see how it works
definitely
out.
going to kiss a lady because my dog's cute.
Okay, kissing. I'll give you that. Some bitches are going to fuck you because of the dog.
Your dog is cute.
They're not bitches. They're beautiful women.
It's shocking that you have, like, if I pictured your dog, it would be like probably a big
Like pit
boxer
bull
or butt pit bull.
Boxers are I had a boxer so fucking annoying.
They have big shits, too.
Big old poops.
They can be,
and they can't.
yeah.
There's just boxers are extra at everything. There's like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on? You want to hang out for 10 hours straight? There's like, hey, what's going on? Hey,
And
hey,
they
let me look at your face.
drool.
Can I have this right here? Can I have some food? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, take me outside. I want to be outside. I want to go back
So
inside. I
hyper.
want to be inside. I want to go outside.
Well, my dad has
just
one,
like,
and he's
Jesus.
very cute, and he's pretty calm, but he drools so much, and he thinks he's small, definitely. So
Yeah.
he'll like get up on your lap and like get up in your face and like
He's like
kind of
68
move his mouth
pounds,
and like
yeah.
drools just coming down, and you're just watching it get on your clothes.
Yeah.
Just
And I'm
stained.
just like,
ugh.
I thought I was a dog person, but this shit is not making me happy. Like,
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
I was gonna
love
wear-
animals.
I gotta
in
go.
general.
I gotta go dry myself off.
You're like, I was gonna wear the sweater out tonight, but now I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I need to wash everything I'm wearing
Now
right
it's
now.
ruined.
Yeah.
It's so rude. And if you think that's cute, Jason also has a small Chihuahua, but mine's a Chorky Chihuahua Yorkie mix. His is is it a teacup
Cheepoo?
poodle or
Yeah,
a teacup Chihuahua?
Teacup cheapoo.
He's
you
got a
one
small,
of those tiny little.
She's like
poodles.
a puppy.
what 4.5 pounds?
4.5 pounds.
Yeah,
Smaller
mine's
than-
6.5.
Oh, yeah.
And he has a white one, and we've been kicking around the idea of doing another podcast with just two big guys with little dogs.
Yeah.
I've had big dogs, and like I love big dogs, but it's so much easier to deal with just a little puppy.
I
And she's
agree.
always a little puppy for life.
Yeah.
For life.
Yeah, she's
Forever.
always gonna be a little puppy.
She's like
how old is
Keanu
Coco
forever.
now? Like five, right?
5? Yeah.
And she's still like, I'll go over and she'll like get up on my chest, and it's like not bothersome because she's not drooling.
Oh, she's so cute
Yeah.
too. When she
And
does
so-
anything, you're just like, oh my god, I fucking love you so much. You know,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
Y'all both have like the smallest
Yes.
dogs. That is not what I
I
would have
love
pictured.
it. I love it, and it's kind of doggish that you would say that to me.
A little bit, insensitive. Thank you. Mike and I actually shared a pit bull when we were roommates, and we had her on and off.
16 years.
Yeah, and then she passed away, and we had
16 at least?
Oh, I still cry when I think
That's
about
a
that dog.
lot.
I'm like getting like a little.
I got to the point where she like would like 'cause
Cryish.
No,
not
that-
really.
especially
I
in her
could if
older
we seriously
age,
talk about
she
it,
couldn't make it up the stairs so well. So like she slept. She was like my dog at that point because I had the downstairs bedroom, and she sleep in my room, and I got her like a big dog bed, and she still like while I'm sleeping like nuzzle up under my arm, and I wake up and be like Sable, and she'd like put her head down and be like, all right, it's fine, even though you smell like Fritos, bitch.
So
You
y'all
sleep here.
had her from pretty much when she was born
Yeah,
until
like
death?
3-4 months.
she was a
Little
few
puppy
months
walked
old.
up to us on the street
Y'all
outside
trained
of.
it and everything. Damn.
Smart, super
Yeah, super
sweet.
smart.
No, I'm the only person she ever bit hard. We were playing.
Yeah, you asked for it.
And I was going too far, but I love big dogs, and I'd love to have another pit bull, but I can't have one with this dog because
You
it would
okay,
eat
man?
that dog.
I feel
Yeah,
it
they'll
too.
eat.
Yeah,
I feel it too.
we had to
I
put
feel
her
it too.
down
That,
too.
that dog is
and
a
she-
tic tac.
Oh yeah, she's so small. Like when big birds fly over my yard more than once, I'd scoop her up and take her inside because
Real
I've
fast.
seen those big ass hawks swoop down and pick up a rabbit that weighs more than her, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, Last night it was
Damn.
nighttime, and I saw a hawk flying over my house, and I was like, I'm going inside, Gigi, let's go.
Looking for a
Fuck that.
morsel.
Yeah, looking for a little snack. Yeah, but that's the end of the show. We're out of time. Tell my mom and whatever other listener we might pick up from having you on where they can find you and your podcast and all that.
So my podcast is called The Third Child Podcast. You can watch it on Apple, Spotify, any of the main what do they call
Platforms.
platforms.
There we go.
God. And that's my podcast. And then you can follow me on
Guiding you. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. You can follow me on like TikTok or Instagram at Kirsty Hayden. That's KirstyHayden.
Nice.
And then
Hayden.
I had to do that because I try to make it Kirsty Hayden just the way it is, and it was taken probably by another account.
Everything
that I
Mikey B I try to do, there's like 5 SoundCloud rappers that already have that website, and I'm like, but I'm gonna use it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm the only Mikey B.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, every city has it.
I really thought I was the only Cursian, but I think it's taken by me. But it's an account that I made and maybe forgot the password.
Well,
to.
keep in
Possible.
mind, none of us are special, and nobody's ever actually done anything worth other people looking at on the planet or in existence ever.
In the long scope of
I just
things.
remind myself of
True.
that, and I feel better about everything. And
Right.
I can't find a rope that's sturdy enough to complete the job, so it's fine.
Nice.
All right.
But you said your stuff, yeah. Do you have an Instagram or anything for your podcast?
Nah.
You should create one and drop some clips. Well, you do it on your regular social
kind
media,
of
though,
doing
right?
on my regular. I haven't done it yet. I don't know why. Maybe I should.
Your
I've seen a couple
pages
of your
are
clips.
fan pages are
Yeah.
difficult for like getting a lot of people to like and follow if they're already friends of you on your like regular.
Yeah, I'm getting really tired of our
Yeah.
social media just because, I don't know, I put all this work into stuff, and it gets more traction if I just put it on my Instagram page.
Yeah, I think I would rather wait until I really have a following on my main Instagram, and then those people are likely to follow my podcast
Likely,
Instagram.
yeah.
Because even like, if you go to Whitney Cummings or whatever, her podcast Instagram doesn't have nearly as many followers as she has.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I feel like, I'm like, I'll just post on my main one, and then eventually I'll make.
Sure. Yeah.
If I had a co-host, I'd probably make one, because then it's like 2 people are a part of it, but...
Well, I've
it's
never
just me.
tweeted from our open mic Twitter page. That's always Jason. And I like, even from my own Twitter, I hardly ever do anything with it. I'm so dumb. I know like a lot of comics say, you got to do Twitter, you can get a lot of work. I'm like, I just like Instagram so much better. And I feel like
Twitter's
like
hard.
I'll post shit on Facebook and it'll do okay, but then I'll post on Instagram and it does like a million times. Like the DMX joke I posted on Facebook got like 500 or 600 views, but on Instagram I think it's like 36.
4,000.
It's
Yeah.
like 3,600.
Twitter's hard.
And Twitter, I'm just like, I'll start to, all right, I'm going to tweet something. I'm like, this sounds stupid.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do
Everybody, and also like Twitter pisses me off. We were talking about it a little bit earlier in the podcast, but like just dumb people tweeting like, went to brunch today, gets 600, retweets, and I'm like, that's so dumb.
it. Yeah.
Your fucking French toast isn't
I think
unique.
I tweeted some fire, and then it gets like nothing,
Yeah,
and
and
I'm
then-
like,
and
God,
then-
I feel like
You feel like
shit.
an idiot. And then
I hate when
this
you get,
French toast literally just kicked my ass.
I'll get like somebody from Scandinavia retweeted or something like that, and I can't even understand what they're saying. Or
I don't think I've
translate
had
it.
a single retweet ever.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, one or
But
two.
also, I don't know how to
They're
check.
weird.
I'll go on Twitter. I'm like, I want to comment on this. Whatever I push is
Tweets
like,
and mentions.
and like retweets, and I'm like, I'm too old for Twitter. I guess I'm stupid. But then like Donald Trump and everybody else that old is on Twitter and doing well, and I'm like,
Well, I don't think Donald Trump
maybe
was
I'm
doing
just
it at
dumb.
first. He was showing people. He was like, say this. Now say this, and they're like, here, you can just do it yourself. He's like, oh, okay.
I could picture
That's
that.
good. That's
Yeah.
good impersonation.
That was actually
Also,
not bad, right?
pretty good.
Is he back on Twitter?
Huh? I don't know.
Not yet. No, he got.
I don't know. I'm that bad at Twitter. I don't know.
He got.
I mean, he isn't the president anymore, so I don't think he really cares.
Well, either way, I still am not completely sure on what Antifa and QAnon is. Don't explain it to me.
They don't matter.
I like not knowing.
They don't matter.
Yeah, we're done. You guys find us too. You know how to find us by now, right? Open Mic Podcast stuff. Search it. What's the Twitter?
Open mic 5,000.
Hey, do me a favor. Start the music. Just point anywhere. Where is the music?
What?
There it is. Good job. It's something I do in post. That's lingo, baby. Yeah. Also, check out my personal stuff, guys. I got some new merch coming out. I got some shirts that Jason's wife actually helped me draw. Actually, she drew it, and
she does art. If you like
and
it,
I'm taking
hit him
credit
up.
for it. Nah, she said she doesn't want any more gigs.
Just hit him up and
She's
he'll let you know.
exclusively only my artist. So, but I also got these new bracelets. If you can't see really what we're wearing. They actually say "vaxxed and waxed" on the outside, and they're reversible. You can flip it inside out. In the version that me and Jason are wearing,
It tells
we're
the truth.
honest,
Yeah.
tells the truth. The truth side just says, "I'm trash." That's it.
That's it.
Simple. That's all you need. Check those out.
Embrace what you are.
I'm posting stuff on my Instagram all the time. I got some more clips. I'm working on captioning at Mikey B the Comic or at the Open Mic Podcast. I put clips up on both of those pages. Check them out. We do need more followers. Jason almost dropped his water, and I saw
dropped the
that.
bottle cap. That
I
was it.
saw it.
Water's
No,
empty.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. I'm literally watching water in there. But anyways, and you know what else to do? Like 5-star reviews, stars, reviews,
Blah, blah,
comments,
blah. Yeah.
whatever. We're done. It's over. Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Bye, bitch.